Well, hello there and welcome to Brussels for the EuroVolley semi-finals. European evenings do not get any bigger than this. 4 countries have hosted this glorious event, 16 cities to be exact, but this final weekend in Brussels will be one to savour. Well, there's the journey to the final. Serbia versus the Netherlands will take place after this game, 8 o'clock local time. But first up, it's Turkey up against Italy. Italy, the reigning champions, looking to win it for a 5th time. Turkey are looking to win the European Championships for the first time ever. Well, Louis Lett with you here in the commentary booth for what is going to be nothing short of a blockbuster. For Italy, well, they have yet to drop a set throughout this competition, but Turkey are also undefeated for the first time ever. All 4 semi-finalists are undefeated going into the final weekend. Well, Italy certainly have lots of depth in their roster. Turkey as well. Turkey fresh off of winning the VNL, their first major European and world victory for 8 years. The big news this evening is that Paola Egonu, to my records, will not be starting. The Italian opposite, who scored 29 points 2 years ago when Italy won in Belgrade, has just won her 3rd Champions League with a 3rd different club. Melissa Vargas in your picture will start on the right side this evening for Turkey, formerly of Cuba, played in the 2014 World Championships for them, as we see Daniele Santarelli, former assistant of Davide Mazzanti, on the right of your screen. Now they go up against each other. Well, in your picture, some of the world's best volleyballing athletes. This has all the fittings to be a final. Miriam Silla, the captain of Italy once again. Will she be lifting the trophy here on Sunday evening in Brussels? Well, one to watch, certainly Anna Danesi, best middle blocker in the World Championships previously. She's also the best middle blocker in EuroVolley 2021. And keep an eye on Ekaterina Antropova, her first competition for Italy. On the right side, replacing Egonu, the top scorer with 74 points so far in this competition. It's a big call to have her in. Gizem Erdoğay, the libero to keep an eye out for, took a bronze in this competition in 2017, 30 years old now, the best libero in VNL just a couple of months ago. And Zara Gunesh, just 24 years of age still, but seems to be so experienced beyond those years. She plays in the middle with Eda Erdem, and they are both world-class middle players. But then there's Melissa Vargas playing on the right side, which has meant that usual opposite player Ebra Karakut is now playing as a receiver. Silla's contribution this evening will be key, not only when it comes to spiking and scoring, but passing as well. Eda Erdem, Zara Gunesh, that matchup in the middle with Marianne Lubian and Anna Danesi will maybe be where this competition or this match is won and lost. This match is more than fitting for a final. So many storylines developing in the background. The anticipation has been building all day long here in Brussels, as we have Alicia Oro and Francesca Bozio, the 2 setters, Antropova and Egonu. I mean, that's, you're spoilt for choice in that right side. Facino is the libero, replacing Monica Di Gennaro from 2 years ago. Lubian Danesi Sclercini actually plays for Amoco Volley underneath Santarelli's guidance. And then Silla, Pietrini, De Gradi, Acolor and Amuri play on the outside for Italy. It's a very, very strong squad. With Agonu being able to come off the bench, it gives such an option. She's only started one match so far. The rest of the time it's been up to Kate Antropova to do the scoring. The show, phenomenal. As we have a look at Turkey, Cansu Uzbay and Elif Sahin, the two setters, Ebra Karakut and Melissa Vargas, the two opposites, but as we said, Karakut will be playing on the outside as well. The three liberos are spoiled for choice there, Turkey. Güneş, Eda Erdim, Kuba Akman and Asla Kalac, the four in the middle. And Baladin, Deria Çebişoglu and İlkin Aydin make up the outside, with Baladin certain to start on the outside this evening, you'd think. But there's lots of depth there, that's for sure. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. The final four of women's EuroVolley. The winner of this one will play either Serbia or the Netherlands. The Netherlands looking for their first victory, their first gold in this competition for 28 years. Serbia having won 2 of the last 3. It's all up for grabs. It's anyone's game, anyone's competition. It's incredibly open, and we can't wait to get this show on the road. Well, it's the first time Turkey and Italy have faced off in the semi-final of a European Championships. They've met 8 times before in a European Champs. Italy have won the first 6 matches, but Turkey are grinding it back as Italy make their way into the arena here in Brussels. Well, big roar. Ebra Karakut was saying earlier on that the Turkish fans follow them everywhere. They feel like they're at home and have huge support wherever they go, and this is no different, as there must be around 300 or 400 Turkish fans sat behind me, all on their feet, to welcome in Turkey in what is a big evening for them, riding that confidence wave from the Volleyball Nations League victory, where they actually beat Italy twice, 3-0. This is a different Italian squad though. 6 of the Italian team remain from that loss, as we stand for the national anthem of Italy. Italy have won their last 17 matches in EuroVolley, and they're yet to drop a set in this year's edition. Tonight will be a very tough task for them. Well, listen to that noise here in Palais. Does its absolute racket in here. The Turkish fans are here in abundance. They've won their last 13 matches. None of those matches going to 5 sets. Does this represent their best chance of European glory? Melissa Vargas will hope so. She spent the last 5 years at Fenerbahce. She now plays for Turkey. Vladimir Sminovic and Mikael Kutseleas, the 2 referees for this one. Which is going to be an absolute thriller. Evenings don't come bigger than this in European international volleyball as we meet Italy, and there's no surprise to see Marina Lubian start in the middle once more. She's been superb. Alessia Oro will also get the nod. Alina Pietrini will start on the outside with the Miriam Silla. And then Eleonora Fasino replaces Monica Di Gennaro from last time in Serbia. They're not short of excellent liberos. Italy, they unite for the last time. And there's Anna Danesi making up the first 7 with Ekaterina Antropova starting in that opposite position. We still have Paola Ugonu on the bench. There's going to be question marks to why that is, but Antropova has been superb throughout the competition. And for Turkey, we expect nothing else. Speaking to that man there, Daniele Santarelli, before the start of this match, he said, this is not the time to make changes. And once more, listen to the noise here in Brussels for Turkey as Cansu Özbay, part of the silver medal winning team in 2019 and 2021, comes into the arena. She'll be setting for Melissa Vargas in that opposite position. She's hardly lost a game in Turkish colours so far. 14, Eda Erdem, the captain, has been sensational. She's had a brilliant career, 36 years old now. Zara Gunesh will start in the middle with her. They're so strong through the middle, but Ebra Karakat, have a listen to the reaction of Karakat, who played in Italy last year for Novara, but will be playing in Russia next year for Kaliningrad. And finally, Jazam Erlagai is the libero, but they are spoilt for choice. They've gone for the Fenerbahce libero to start us off. There's the starting 7. Özbay, Vargas, Baladin on the outside with Karakat. Eda Erdem in the middle with Zara Gunesh. Well, Davide Mazzanti has been in charge since 2017. He's overseen the development of this Italian side, including the victory in Belgrade. Phenomenally charming man. Talking of charming men, also Daniele Santarelli. It's his first Final Four, having won the Champions League firstly for Emoco Volley in 2021. Federica Squarcini and Marina Lubian still play for Santarelli at club level. They'll be trying to beat their coach here this evening. It's a fabulous arena. This is going to be a physical and intriguing battle between 2 European powerhouses. Ebra Karakat will get us underway, and it's a big service, a fantastic pass for Fasino. And Italy in blue on the right of your screen score the first point of this EuroVolley semi-final. The ball was dipping. Fasino did a fabulous job of rocking backwards but keeping the platform forwards. And on the slide attack, Lubian gets her first point of the evening. Well, the service pressure from both teams early on, ferocious. And the level is so high. Baladin playing fast, playing wide, but these pictures are fantastic. They're showing us everything, the speed of the play. 3 defenders on the outside of the block. No chance for anyone. Passes slightly out of system. And away from the body. Pietrini sees that she has a couple of blockers up on her. And she just gets the wrist away from the body. Oro goes fast. Pietrini goes away from the body and beats the defender Baladin. Agonu in the centre of the picture. The utility certainly to have on the bench, and Vargas stays incredibly high. 194 centimetres she jumps out of the gym. That first World Championships for Cuba was in 2014. She was their top scorer at 14 years old. It's difficult to comprehend that she's still so young. Vargas with the serve. Opposites back in the game this time. It's a beautiful swing this time from Kate Antropova. And of course we look at Agonu as Antropova scores. Fasino has to work hard to get that ball back in. Ball's just dipping a little bit inside, but it's so fast that it can beat the blocker for speed. High off the middle once more. Looking forward to this matchup between Baladin and Antropova. Antropova just tooled off the inside hand this time. As Karakut comes on to the front court. Baladin plays for Ekjakabasi Vitra, 2 medals already, a 2-time CEV Cup winner as well. Antropova, fantastic shots around the arena as we get up close and personal. Silla recycling off the block. This time it's inside. She has to go with the tip. Karakut brought into the game defensively. And it's Ebra Karakut again from the outside. Oro recycles, jump setting from Pietrini. And Silla's been stopped. And the Turkish fans erupt once more. Pietrini tries to jump set to hold the middle blocker, to play with speed to the outside, but it's Silla that stopped. Santarelli told me he's probably going to get emotional this evening out there, and it looks that way so far. Baladin. Anna Denesi with the serve. Fast play around the back. Eda Erdem is a fantastic talent. Goes quick. The set's wide enough from Uzbay, and it allows the line to open up beautifully. Pietrini a little bit under pressure here. Silla having to swing out of system. If anything for Italy, they'd want to make sure that their pass is on the money at the moment. What a dig that one is. My word, in transition. It's outstanding. Fasino in the right spot at the right time. Puts the ball on an absolute plate for Oro. And then she has her options in transition. Pietrini puts the ball away to 5. Nothing Gunesh can do about that one. Antropova with a huge bit of work early doors. Big ace off of Baladin. World of Volley called it a significant move as she signed a formal oath at the Scandici municipality before this competition. She's certainly been a thorn in every side so far. Karakut who also rides the emotional waves that this sport presents us. And that's why she's playing in that outside position. She gives Turkey so much height there. She can go over the top. Service onto Silla. The ball's a little bit wide for Oro. And in turn, she can't get her feet behind the ball. And her hands push through at a different pace. A double touch is called. And if you are Davide Mazzanti, you would be slightly concerned about the first pass at the moment from Italy. The service pressure from Turkey is incredibly high. Özbay with the service. All of this team playing in the VNL for Turkey, as that one's dealt with nicely from Italy. Silla again out of system, but it's building through the rally that counts as an aggressive rip to Baladin, and it forces the overpass. Miriam Silla serving Baladin, pushing Karakat out of the pass. They go to Vargas. Oro out of the setting position. Antropova. She stopped. Chance for Turkey. Big rally this one. Goes the way of Ebra Karakat. Well, Santarelli was saying yesterday in the press conference that he was really proud of the application of Karakat in that position. Agoni says the ball is inside. You would not argue with Paola Agoni. Karakat again with the serve. Had such a fantastic season with Novara in Italy. Pietrini. Two World Championships medals for her. Won the Challenge Cup with Antropova, with Scandici in 2021. Another one who's going to Russia to play for Dinamo. Playing for Zoran Terzic out there, former Fenerbahce head coach and also Serbia head coach, now in Russia. Lubian is off for the time being, replaced from the very, very impressive Vicino. Miriam Silla, that's a better pass into a good zone. Pietrini can't convert this time though, it goes back out to the outside. Baladin with the tip. Now fast plays off the ball, looking for the hands. Miriam Silla to no avail, staying incredibly high on that ball. Trying to decide whether it's worth a challenge here early on. With Antropova, one way to get her out of the offense is to tip over the top of the block and make her have to play a little bit of defense. Oh, on a second look, that certainly is worth a challenge. Silla was short. And on the second look, we got a very good view of it. Players all look to the stars for a look themselves. And there you go. Celebrations erupt already. Silla's saying, I knew it. (9-9). Fantastic atmosphere developing here with the Turkish fans behind us. Pietrini again goes off the body, trying to work Baladin defensively. They're looking for a decision here. Double touch has been called from Turkey. Mazzanti is almost on the court with his team. He knows this is going to be some battle with the form that Turkey are in. It's Cansu whose handling was called. That's much better. What a great set that one is from Özbay. She's off the net, so it becomes even more difficult to find the right shoulder of Vargas here. Off 1 foot, so wide for Vargas. Denezi's a little bit late kicking out because of the great setting of Özbay, and through the gap Vargas can go. Pietrini passes a little bit straight. She gets the ball back again. Maybe there's some nerves here as the handling is not quite there from Oro, so there's no attack from Italy. Brings Turkey's block defense right back in the action. Talking of action, hello fellas. Eda Erdem, unstoppable so far. Turkey have served superbly. Vargas unloads again, another ripper. A little bit tight, and in turn, if the set is tight, the block comes straight into the game. It's Eda Erdem once more, 2 in a row for Turkey. Just here, inside and low, the cross-court block, adequate enough when that ball is not wide enough for the right-handed opposite player. Eda Erdem is on fire here. Pietrini, 50% efficiency so far for 3. (13 points against France in the quarterfinals. Karakat and Turkey flying so far. Another big serve from Vargas. My word, she's hitting that ball so hard, and it's smart. And Mazzanti, you can't see him court side, but he's cheering because he knows that Vargas won't be able to serve anymore. It's a big side out to go off the hands of Özbay, the setter, the smaller blocker. Pietrini can stay high and go off the outside hand if she wants to. But these are pressure moments. Mazzanti's been there, seen it, done it. In post since 2017. It's a squad that's developed to such a high level. They took a 5th that year in EuroVolley. Big set from Oro, that's good width for Antropova, but it's really well adapted. Shifting to the line was Baladin. And now Italy have been knocked out of system. Antropova again, scoot. Vargas looking for the tip, seen from Silla. Chance through the pipe. Italy digging their heels in Brussels. Vargas goes with the tip after Antropova was dug spectacularly from Baladin. Reactions from Silla, turning and just sticking an arm out. No block though for Pietrini. Vargas. Smart offensive work from Turkey. The opposite player usually plays in the right back position, but they can maneuver. And this time, the middle blocker looks to go to the wing on Karakat, and then there's a surprise attack through the pipe. Smart from Jansu. And this is one of the main advantages of having Karakat as the left-sider. Such an attacking force. The middle blocker's going to want to release and try and help the outside blocker with her. But if you have Vargas as a double threat moving through the pipe or on the 10 attack, but they might not use the 10 attack with Eda Erdem running the slide attack and Zeragunesh behind. So it gives really good options for Özbey in every single area. That one's a bit tighter, but it's beautifully put away. My word. Pietrini has to get in now and play defense. Second crack of the whip, straight through the middle. Gunesh. A 10 out of 10 effort from Pietrini. chasing the first one down. Karakut does exemplary work turning that ball away. Pietrini matches it with the effort, but then that wider set to pierce the gap between the middle and the outside blocker works in transition. It's one thing when a team like Turkey decide to go all in from the service line. They might miss a few, but when the ball is in court, it's going to be difficult for Italy. Miriam Silla, float serves, goes short to the sideline. It's a fantastic serve to earn a free ball. Absolutely livid with herself there, Gizem Erlagay. And in turn, in transition, Italy take full advantage and they're back all square. It's just another example here from Silla that it's not all about hammering the ball. As soon as that first ball gets off the net, they lose their options, Turkey, and in the end they receive a free ball. The first pass has to be on the net to try and give the setter as many attacking options as possible. And they have to be careful here. Gizem Erlagay. First one was a pass off the net. This is a free meal ticket for Pietrini. Game changer. Gonu in to make that difference that we know that she can make with Bosio. Bosio now at Navarra for a second time. Zanti went to Agonu very, very early, isn't he? And Agonu stays high. And that is the Paola Agonu that volleyball fans know and love. Passes back into a good spot, good width to open up the line from Bosio. And the arm swing, the elbow gets all the way back so she can go whichever direction that she would like. Well, Karakut rested by Ayça Aykaç coming in. Italy is starting to find some confidence here. Pietrini has been nothing short of special so far. She's used the block well when she's been a little bit out of rhythm, and then she has to be aggressive with her feet there. Silla's set, I think, was on the money. Karakut feeling all of the emotions already, I think, as we all are. Lubian into the net this time. Part of the Italian team that won the VNL last year. About to start the second year. Adamoko underneath Turkish coach Santarelli. Fascinating start here as Bosio leaves, Antropova comes back on. That means that Agonu and Antropova are both on the court at the same time. Antropova teams up with Anna Denesi for a monster block, and for the first time you feel that Turkey are rattled here. Fantastic from Denesi to get across, drop the hands inside. Italy are rocking and rolling here in Brussels. And you think about how strong this Turkish side are. They might have the odd small storm, but they'll weather it quickly. And they'll come straight back into this match, I'm sure. It's not been a happy hunting ground as of late, though. Struggling to side out with Agonu's big serving. Agonu goes again. What a serve, overpass. And Pietrini hasn't put a foot wrong in this game so far, but that one was just blasted out the back. Had to be aggressive. The ball was just not quite in the slot for her. Azalev Sahin is trying to come in. Sahin, part of the VNL side, used off the bench against Poland and played in 2 and 4 against Belgium. Net touch are what the Italians are looking for here. As by just there, they might have just got the decision. My word, that is a touch of luck for Italy. And it's a great spot from whoever saw that and decided to challenge it. Agonu has come off the bench and has served so well. Paolo Agonu, time after time, influences and affects games in so many different ways. 34 points only coming into this competition. She's come off the bench and she's turned the tide here. The pass has gone from Turkey. Agonu ...29 points in Belgrade. Champions League winner with Navara, Amoko and Vakif Bank. MVP in Serbia 2 years ago. Just does not miss. She goes from one sideline to the other, Agonu, mixing up the location of her serves, making it so difficult for Turkey. Tip over the top from Pietrini. They're all at sea here, Turkey. Mazzanti wants a decision. He's not going to get it. Pietrini scooped from Erglay. And 2 up in the block. Anna Danesi makes her second block of the evening. Italy have turned it on here. And a lot of it is to do with the serving of the incredible Paola Agonu. The fans are loving it. Agonu again. Another crushing serve. Great pass from Özgay. Anna Danesi. 2 blocks in a row. And to think that Turkey had slightly the better start, well, that's evaporated. It's all Italy here. Danesi penetrating, hands are over, disciplined. And the Turkish fans have been silenced. All good things have to come to an end. But that was a special service run from Paola Agonu. And then she will head back to the bench to be replaced by the setter, Alessia Oro. This is so Italy keep 3 front court attackers. Wow. There's so much to talk about here about Agonu and Antropova, but it's a first set point where they're receiving serve now for Italy. Second set point overall. Antropova puts it away for Italy. A fascinating opening set comes to an end in Brussels. Turkey looked like they came out of the gates firing, but service pressure from Italy changes everything. And it's comfortable in the end for the Italians in set 1. That means absolutely nothing, though. Well, there's so much to talk about here as Italy lead Turkey by 1-0, 25-18. The service pressure started with Silla, ended with Agonu. So we have a look at the statistics. 3 blocks, all from Anna Danesi. The 2 aces, one I think from Antropova, one from Agonu. And the error count is very, very low so far. It's a great level from Turkey and Italy. My word, we are being spoilt here as we have a look at the spike contact point of Turkey here. Used the middle 13% of the time so far. I think you'd like to see that brought up a little bit. And then to the left side, more than 50%. That's not much surprise, but there you go from Italy so far. They're feeding the middle a lot more and going to the left side. Already know that the right side, Antropova, is going to be a threat, but the middle is where this game is won and lost over time. They're feeding the middle a lot more, but that comes down also to the first pass being in the right location. You can use the middle a lot more frequently if the pass is there. Vargas, Danesi, all with their eyes on a place in the EuroVolley final on Sunday. Some highlights of a quite intriguing opener where Paola Agonu came off the bench and, let's be honest, stole the show with her serving. Well, 100% in attacks for Agonu so far. That certainly isn't going to hurt anyone. Ebra Karakut was pulled in the last set. She's back in here, though, the number 99. Would like to have more than a 40% return from her spikes, I'm sure, in set number 2. And the reception, well, Karakut was at 75% excellent, so it's definitely not been pulled because of the passing. Top scorer in the opener for Turkey was actually Eda Erdem with 4. 8 for Pietrini. And that was a service run of 6 from Agonu. On another planet as we get underway once again. Same 6 by the looks of it from both sides. Oro starting. Antropova opposite Pietrini. Silla on the outside. Danesi, Lubian in the middle. Karakut serving. Vargas, Baladin, Gunesh, Erdem as well. Guy as the libero. Also have Simgaya Kuz, who was the best libero in the European Championships here as well, Turkey. And also, well, we've seen her before, come off the bench, but Aykaç is also best libero in the Champions League, so they have a lot of passing options, as we saw in the previous set. Aykaç coming in to try and steady the passing for Turkey, for Ebra Karakut. Good passing, they go straight after the middle. That's a fantastic serve, audacious serve. Somebody's got to get there though. It's an uncharacteristic play from both sides. Mazzanti looks a little bit lost on the side. Turkey will take all the small wins here. Vargas sticks a hand at it, and nobody wants to communicate. Oro is saying, that's not my ball, I'm the setter. Antropova was caught on the back foot. Now she's on the front foot. Very tight set. Has to go off the hands. Karakut looking for the baseline. To no avail. It's interesting, Karakut in this new position as a wing spiker. She's played superbly the whole competition, but the level has certainly stepped up this evening. Melissa Vargas, who came into this arena with a big speaker, sunglasses on. She was ready for anything that this evening threw her way. And Mazzanti will be over the moon that Sino's got that ball in. And Silla, who's the best outside hitter in the last 2 EuroVolleys, has put that away. If they can keep Vargas quiet from behind the service line, Mazzanti will feel that Italy will have a successful night. Silla there covering again. It can't go to the outside. Antropova hasn't quite got the approach either. So in turn, the net gets in the way. And you really have to appreciate Mazzanti having the trust in Antropova in these big moments to keep putting her in. She's had a good game so far. She has a very bright future in front of her, that's for certain. And then it's always nice to have a Gonu on the bench. Lubian is stopped. Karakut from the outside. Off the outside hand. And that's the Ebra Karakut that the volleyball community knows and loves. The fans respond to her emotion. She responds to their emotion. And it's a tall off the outside hand. Service straight down the middle. Fazino is there. Pinching in and helping the middle is Ebra Karakut, making great decisions. And you can just see the Turkish fans, or hear them especially. Karakut leaving Antropova alone, helping with the middle. And it's those small things that make a big difference. Santarelli knows that this is the Karakut he wants to see. Great response from Turkey. Erdem Dundar's had a fantastic career. 15 years or so at Fenerbahce. Scoring points this evening. Tough rotation as Oro tries to work one to the outside. Silla is there. Baladin puts herself on the floor. Width and speed to Karakut. Pietrini playing very deep defensively. Ball still alive. One off the net from Silla. Hearts in mouths here in Brussels. But Karakut, the wind is well and truly in her sails right now. Stays high, stays fast, beats Danesi for speed. And then the second time, the high inside ball, she takes Silla on and goes away from the body. This game is going to be wild. Silla's pass, this time compromised. Karakut will do the rest. Agonu in. Big serve onto the front court receiver. It's a difficult pass for Silla to make over the left side to try and make an angle to the right side, but It's an overpass anyway. Now it's tight again. Oro can't quite get the hand on the ball. Goni can't put the ball away either. And now Turkey are pushing Italy. Pressure is a funny thing, and it shows itself in multiple different ways. Fantastic shots from our crew, capturing every moment and every little bit of emotion. Fantastic serving so far from Turkey. And listen, are we in Brussels or are we in Ankara at the moment? Agonu, hammer. And one would feel that Paola Agonu isn't going to go anywhere for a while here. Oro just dishes it to her, high and wide. And Agonu's athleticism does the rest. Doesn't look steep, goes nice and high. And Agonu has just served an ace. Or has she? I think her foot was on the line. So as we said earlier on, Turkey will be delighted that Agonu won't serve again for a while. Eda Erdem, 4 points v Poland, 12 against Germany. Silla off the hands this time. Silla just hitting the ball from the inside, trying to move the blocker a little bit, I think, before going off the hands. Miriam Silla now at Milano alongside Agonu and Daudarop as well. Oro's also going to be playing there. It's a funny game, volleyball. 10 minutes or so ago, Italy were flying, but now it's completely turned on its head. Agonu is still on, it's an inside 10 ball, and she chops it back, but Vargas is there. Karakut from the wing. Italy have to work so hard here, and when the opportunity presents itself, they have to be brave. Pietrini. Eight points in the opening set. Service pressure in abundance from Marianne Lubian. That's a ripper, dipping fast on Baladin, who's received the lion's share of the reception this evening. Had 9 balls compared to Özge's 6, and Karakut's 4 in the opener. Karakut, look at the reaction. We have a real game on our hands, and maybe... Oh, there's a yellow card here for Ebra Karakut for the way that she reacted there. Did she go through the net? You're not allowed to celebrate looking through the net, and you certainly cannot stick your tongue out at the opposition. So that's why the booking came her way. And one thing is for sure, that Karakut can wind this crowd up in her favour, as she's now replaced on the backcourt again from eye catch. It's a very smart move here to have a libero as an outside spike. You can just come on, especially somebody who is the best libero in the Champions League 2 years in a row, just to add some stability to the pass, and that's exactly what she does. It's excellent work. 2 liberos on then for Turkey. Off the hands this time. Baladin isn't scared to go off the hands of Agonu. The faster and flatter the set is here, the easier it is to go off the block. Block still moving outwards with the ball, can't quite penetrate the hand, and then Baladin just speeds up off the outside hand. She's aware of the situation. Another missed serve. In system, Vargas, Anna Denesi. And that's something that can happen when Karakut isn't in the offense. They might just become a little bit too reliant on Vargas. You see Denesi releasing early, leaving the outside to Agonu, I think. And it's a great decision. And that's also the problem. It's a double-edged sword, really, for Santarelli. When Karakut is off the court, you can't use her on the back court, or they won't use eye catch on that back court attack through the 10, so it's all about balance for Santarelli. He needs the pass in desperately, but without a pipe attack, they will be one less attacking option down in turn. They still have Eda Erdem. Serbian fans are in for the game later on. Pass is good. Baladin almost goes too high, even of a Paola Agonu. I think that's the matchup that Italy will be happy to have. Denesi does a superb job of getting across. Pietrini the target. What a set! The ball's going from left to right. Oro drags it back to the middle. Denesi is there, as she always is for Italy. Fast, interested, ready for the back set, and she just turns it through the hands of Erdem. A good time to start using the middle for Italy with Agonu and Silla on the front court as well. It should open up some one-on-one opportunities for them, but in turn Turkey now have got that middle back in. That catches back off. Karakut back on the front. She said that Melissa Vargas has settled in perfectly. She's a lot of fun to have around the dressing room. Short ball. Brilliant serve from Turkey. Karakut, sharp angle. This time the tongue is out, but not to the opposition, but to the crowd instead. She's flourishing. And Turkey lead by 5. Libyan getting across, doing a good job of sealing. Karakut can see it though and still work it back into the angle. Baladin, Santarelli here just saying that she let the ball drop, let the hand drop. Agonu, who could serve Italy back into this game. Maybe the toss wasn't quite there because it wasn't full send from the service line. Off speed to the sideline from her. But it's a good side out from Turkey all the same. Agonu's service run, I think for the second time in this set, is just 1. These two national teams representing the two most competitive professional leagues in Europe or in the world is Silla Fast ball to the outside, turns it back. Serve to the inside again. She does a great job of getting that ball into 2.5. An even better job of turning it back. Androbova loving it. Passing, perfect from Baladin. First, second touch attack, they're waiting, ready for it. She scored 3 of those in the semi-final. Osbey, but not today. Second time of asking though, Karakut puts it away. And from Cansu Özbay, that second touch attack still led to winning the point, building through the rally, knocking Italy out of system to earn themselves a second chance. Silla again the service target, Rip back on the slide. Well, in the early stages, you could say that Oro's setting wasn't quite as clean as what we've seen previously in this competition, but that was sensational. Still a 4-point game. Lubin. We've seen one ace. Now we see her fire it up once more. Italy are clawing their way back slowly but surely here in Brussels. They could do with another Lubin special though. It's exactly what they get. Some of the reception on display today is superb. Baladin will not get the plaudits. Going straight to the bench is Karakut, high off the hands. She's been unstoppable. But what a pass. The serve to the seam was powerful, quick. Baladin held on for dear life, and the tool comes off the top of Oro. Karakut. Reactions from Denesi. Free ball. Volleyed in from the libero, keeping the ball super tight. It's clean work from Turkey, it really is. Erlagay starting her 3rd year at Fenerbahce after 8 years at Vakifbank, a 2-time Champions League winner, pops the free ball in, and Silla's knowing that it's the reception that needs to be fixed here. Can Italy find a way to maneuver their way back in to this second set like they did the first? They were never 4 behind though. Front court receiver served. Baladin trying to keep the ball away from Vargas. It goes to Baladin again. Was there a touch is the question. It's a big decision for the first referee. Turkey are going to challenge it. Daniele Santarelli goes straight for the challenge. This is the difference between a 3 and a 5-point game. They found their pass, Turkey. Run the middle, they've run the pipe. They know that Vargas is on the front court, but they're still feeding Baladin to try and keep varying the set. Keep spreading the play. Block touch is what Turkey are after here. Well, Turkey ashore. Turkey have got their block touch. It was the lightest of block touches as Dizem Olegay comes off and says, that was me that saw that. She took claim to seeing the touch. Silla the target. That ball slightly off the net. Agonu, big play for Agonu. We haven't quite seen her run things like we saw in the opener. this is now a full house in Brussels. Pietrini is brought off Alice De Gladi. Plays at Valley Foglia with two-time EuroVolley MVP Tatiana Kosheleva. And also Maya Alexic, who we'll see a little bit later on. Miss serve from Italy opens the door again for Turkey. Miss serve from Vargas. Well, one would say that, well, as Denacy's replaced, Squarcini comes on in, starting her second year at Morocco, previously of Cuneo and Monza. Played in set 3 against France. Didn't play against Spain in the game before that, though. She's in here to try and make a serve. Ogoni makes a block. Okay, now it's interesting. Baladin almost going over enemy lines. And Ogonu is at position 2, so it means that there's a high chance she's going to have the possibility to serve again in this set as well. Italy are not out of this one, that's for sure. Squarcini with the serve, passes off the net. Vargas with 2 up. Big, high swing from Vargas. Absolutely superb, out of system, not much on. Ogoni decides not to go up and block. I think she's already thinking about trying to kick out and play offense. Pietrini in the right position, but caught high, flat and fast. Silla, good pass from Silla, off pace from Ogonu. And that's the beauty of Ogonu, she plays with so much power that it really sets up the soft attack nicely. Turkey still have 1 timeout left. They have 3 substitutions left in this game. Ogonu serving. Oh, head dig. What a play. Ogonu, 95 kilometers an hour. Steps up once more for Italy. Turkey call their timeout at a shrewd time. Game on. Well, interesting to see where the ball goes to at pressure times. Vargas was set 9 times for 3 points in the first set. Certainly feels like she hasn't been set 9 times in this one. Ogonu! Is on absolute fire. And Italy are right back in. Özbay comes back in for Shahin. Substitutes to try and slow the game down. Nothing is slowing Ogonu down now, but that's a good one. Tries to go off speed. I think maybe the ball was a little bit inside with the toss, which takes away the powerful option that she has. And the experienced Eda Erdem serving set point, but out the back. Erlegega comes back in for the captain, who just makes a little bit of a face coming off towards the commentary booth here. Captain Silla pops one in short And this guy, once again, 2 up on Caracat. Scoot back over on 1 from Pietrini. She has to get up quickly. Once again, Italy survive. A chance for a break. Oh, shot down! Zaragunes brings us back to 1-1 with a monster block on Pietrini. This game is bubbling away nicely here in Brussels. Pietrini just hammers the ball. She's a little bit underneath it. Gunesh is there. We go 1-1. Santarelli absolutely delighted. Had a quiet game, Gunesh, so far. Nothing quiet about that block. Well, Agonu served their way back into it again. But it was Türkiye that held on. Remember, they had a very large gap, 5 or 6 point lead throughout set 2. But at 1-1, this game is very much alive. We're just waiting to go down court side. Here is 16 attacks to 11, 3 blocks to 2, 3 aces to 0. Well, assistant coach of Italy giving us an interview courtside. 2 good sets. I don't think anyone would disagree with that whatsoever. They've played some great volleyball, Italy, just starting in that second set a little bit slow. As we have a look at the setter contact point. Within that green zone means that the setter has every option available to them. 44% for Italy. Anywhere in the 3 meter line certainly gives options for Alessia Oro. And also, to have a look at Turkey, 58%. So their pass has been slightly better in the Italians into good zones. And then that's where Özbay can really run the show. Very interested to compare. Let's hear from Daniele Santarelli first. Paola can certainly solve some equations as we have a look at some highlights of a very, very high-level matchup. Semi-final of EuroVolley. All the big names are coming to the party. Well, a break here in the interval. It's the first set that Italy have lost in this European Championships. How will they respond? Well, first of all, they're responding by handing over the reins to the opposite position to Paolo Gonu. Antropova rested for the time being. Silla Pietrini starting on the wing. A force of nature out there so far. As there's the comparison, 71% in the attacking phase. More points for Karakut though, but she's played a considerably more in the opening two sets than Agonu. Two players who have won the MVP awards in the opposite position in Serie A in Italy. Which way will set three go? Vargas was only set 3 times in the previous set, compared to 9 in the opener. You'd expect the ball to go a little bit more to a point-scoring opposite Vargas, but also credit to Jansu was by the pool was in a good place the majority of the time, and she used the middle. She used Belladin, and maybe just taking a little bit of pressure off of Vargas by using Karakut as well. But let's see how this one unfolds. Danese liberoed off for Facino. As after a short break, Uzbay gets us underway. Good pass from Silla, played from right to left for Pietrini. Had 2 blockers up against her 2 times in a row. It's smart from Pietrini. On both occasions, she didn't have the aggressive swing really open to her. The blockers were taking that away, so she had to do something different. And she goes off the hands. Mariana Lubian, who has a ferocious serve. The commentary position just caught side, and you can really feel the pace of the ball. 91 kilometers is certainly fast enough, but the trajectory of the ball and the way that it just slants down towards the receiver is difficult work. Ebra Karakut picks on Silla once again. She's received a lion's share of the ball so far, and as we said earlier on, the aggressiveness and the height of Agonu sets up the soft attack really nicely. Over the top of Baladin this time, comes in aggressively before just palming it away to the sideline. Silla received 9 balls in that last set, 3 more than anybody else. Pietrini with 6, but that's credit to the passing unit of Turkey, once again using Güneş. And they're so strong in the middle, Turkey, that they will just keep firing when the ball's good. It's almost a 4 or 5 meter set. Danesi gets nowhere near it. There's a big seam between the middle and the outside, and that's all down to the pass. Italy can't do that here, though. The pass is off the net, but they do have an outlet in Ugonu. Who's now going to do some heavy lifting, I tell you, through the next hour or so. Pietrini, sliding serve from 5 to 5. It's a good serve. Vargas is now in the game. A nice, wide, long set. And Vargas just chisels off the hands. Nice and quickly. Özbay doing a wonderful job of getting the hips underneath the ball to generate power to get it to Vargas. The control of the setter, superb. Big service from Vargas. You just feel that she's hammered the ball so hard but hasn't quite found the seams. Silla goes soft over the top. Coming in square on, goes with the left hand actually, and that's why Turkey is stunned a little bit. Karakut forces one in. Middle blocker's lost. Danesi steps in. Is it in or out? Karakut is there anyway. High and out of system for Baladin. Agonu, no, it goes to Pietrini. I thought that was going to Agonu. Everybody in here thought it was going Agonu's way. And then Oro goes straight to the pipe. Silla on one, Agonu on the other. No. Will go to the pipe and nobody expects it from Pietrini. Danesi. In from Baladin. It's a nice bit of work. Serving the front court receiver Baladin to put the pressure on her pass and then add pressure to her offense. Turkey side the ball out. Danesi leaves for Fasino once again. Oro trying to just force that middle, but she didn't really have much other option. Difficult to get the ball anywhere else when the ball is that fast and tight towards the net. Passes off yet again. Silla out of system. What a rip that is, but it is matched tremendously by Erge. Agonu set tight. Agonu puts away. Some game this one. Turkey running their middle game a little bit more efficiently because the pass is in a good zone. Italy struggling a little bit at times for their pass, but when they are flying, they've got so many options. Middle doesn't commit with Lubian, goes out to the outside. 92 kilometers an hour. Miss serve from Paola Agonu. Pietrini now forces one in. There's only one place that can go, and that's to Silla. And that means kudos to Miriam Silla because everybody knew it was going to her, and she still had to try and make something of it. Just the pass is too low, too straight to get any energy back towards the right side of court. But just a changing speed of the arm past Cansu Özbay was done well. Italy have started set 3 as they finished set 2. Out of system now for Turkey. Lubian gets across. Agonu plays defense. She's out the offense. Pietrini just stays high and wipes off of Gunesh. My word. It's actually off of Cansu Özbay's outside hand. But she's made some brilliant decisions. Another phenomenal shot of the show court here in Brussels. High to the outside, 2 blockers get across. Silla just comforts the ball in beautifully. Pietrini! Last time high off the hands. This time she speeds up in system. Italy by 4. Timeout taken from Turkey. And it's funny, isn't it? Like any sport, when you have multiple attacking threats, it's very difficult to make a defensive plan. When you've got Silla, Pietrini, Agonu all on form. They haven't used the middle as much, Italy. Santarelli trying to fire it up in there. It's his first Final Four. Any European Championships. Karakut trying to force some energy in there as well. Pietrini, 62% so far for 13 points. That's an excellent return for Pietrini so far. And so far, it ties with the 13 points she had against France and also against Switzerland. So she's going to have a most effective game this evening if she scores one more point. Vargas set 9 times for 3 points in the first set. Only set 3 times in the second, comes right back into the equation here. You can see that Pietrini sort of pressing into the middle, then she has to get back to the outside to guard Vargas. Smart setting from Ozbay. Silla again the target. And now the middle is into the game. Unstoppable. Lubian had a phenomenal competition in the middle, keeping the likes of Christina Kiri-Keller out of the squad. It's not easy. Have such a strong nation for volleyball, Italy. Vargas again, now she's getting set a lot of the ball. Pietrini's got done on the block this time. And this would be the answer, maybe not the answer, but what Santarelli was really looking for from the timeout. Just getting a little bit more momentum back for Turkey. Ozbay to Vargas has worked. Maybe that was one of the messages. Get Vargas in the game. Make it the Vargas versus Egonu show. But Pietrini's too tight this time. What a job from Pietrini. It's excellent blocking. She knew she wasn't going to make the block, but Italy make the point. Pietrini's awareness there. She was second quickest to the net, so she had to bend the wrist back to try and keep the ball alive, and it worked. And then in transition, Egonu strikes. Gets the hand all the way back, keeps it neutral, elbows back and through. But Pietrini's having a marvellous evening. Eye catches back in to add some stability to the pass. Two liberos on the court once again for Turkey. Egonu continuation play. The ball wasn't there to go any harder. The ball is there for Vargas. Silla. What a dig. Pietrini. My word, bodies on the floor from both sides. Ozbay to Vargas, but it's wide. That was some rally. Italy stamped their authority once again. Silla defending so high, but still rocks back to make the dig. Pietrini looking for the touch. Ozbay was there, but in transition, Vargas was wide. Second timeout taken now. Santarelli needs a reaction at some point. Italy are united and they're pushing forwards together. Egonu, who started on the bench, we certainly knew that she wouldn't spend the whole game on the bench, surely. Euro really finding her way in the setting department as well as this game progresses. Well, we wondered how Italy would fight back after losing their first set of this whole competition. They are fighting with everything they have, and Vargas has been stopped again. Pietrini is everywhere. Short serve on Baladin, taking her out of the equation. It's smart because with no Baladin, Danesi can worry about Vargas and double stack. Beautiful tactics from Mazzanti. Again, Baladin serves straight. They go to Vargas again, but now it's a one-on-one situation with the pass being much better from Baladin. It meant that the middle had to hold and guard its own ground before helping anybody else. Danesi went with the middle. It's a one-on-one for Vargas, and in those situations, you expect her to score. And it's an interesting game because when everything is going your way, the serves follow and everything is in a good spot. But when you're really fighting against the opposite team and their momentum, the service starts to go, becomes very difficult. High and wide this time, two up in the block. Danesi with great footwork again. She has to go again. She does go again, and she slows this game down. She's been superb. And Oro plays it from left to right to Egonu, and in turn loses the blockers. Smart from Oro. uses Agonu maybe in the toughest situation, and Agonu does the rest. They're looking relaxed now, Italy. They really are. Again, Pietrini just looking for that sliding 5-5 as Beatrice Paracchiali is going to come in here. Gives Pietrini a rest with a 6-point lead, but Paracchiali also somebody else who can come in and just help with the reception for Italy at the moment, with Silla on the front court and Agonu as well. Silla the target, overpass. This is one that Turkey really need. Keep pushing through. Free ball thrown onto Vargas. It's a low set, and you can see with the way that Erdem ended up all at sea, falling from right side, or to the right side, missing out to the sideline. Are we going to have a challenge here is something we might just see. Denesi, superb so far. In system hit. This time Vargas through the pipe, just changing from right back to right centre to attack. 2 up again, Denesi off the slow ball. But it's a really shrewd play. That slow ball. Very, very difficult to deal with from Aydin, and she just goes high off of Lubian. Chance in transition, Carricker on the turn! And in that situation, the arm likes to come through the body. The blockers are very disciplined there. Lubian is in the perfect spot. It would be incredibly difficult for Carricker to hit that one into the angle with the ball coming from behind her. It's Agonu. And the service pressure from Agonu is sublime again. Well, Agonu in the opening set served 6 in a row to turn the tide. She didn't start this evening, but her attitude since coming in has been absolutely amazing. Silla! And this is Italy, full throttle, foot on the gas. Paracchiali just on. Making a great dig, the seam is open for business, and Silla hammers home. Psychologically, this is now a humongous test for Turkey. Agonu. Fasino is there once again. She's had a unnoticed but very good game so far. Lubian, everything that Italy touch at the moment turns to gold. They are rocking and rolling. The fans absolutely adore it. Free ball from Agonu. Good width from Oro, who's now dictating everything in this game. And Agonu serving once more. Carricker to the floor, 2 up against her. They know where the ball's going, the blockers from Italy. Where's it going to go this time? Back to Carricker. Paracchiali playing 6 incredibly well, looking to try and fill the gaps in the block and play deep if the block's closed. Free ball from player from Milano. Paracchiali digging everything. Erge doing exactly the same for Turkey. It's another magical rally, but something has to give. Carricker Tips one. Does it go off the hands? Yes is the answer. And this is the fighting spirit from Türkiye that might just get them back in this game. It's a brilliant tip from Karakut because it's brushed so sharply over the shoulder, it's difficult for the blocker to get in the right position. It's a good tight line from Lübyen, but she's still been brushed. Timeout now from Mazzanti. It's a position now where he knows that his team are on the brink of winning this set. But he's going to want to keep sending a message here to Türkiye that prolongs their downfall into the third. Bongo Cam. Here we go. Ace, the mascot, loves Bongo Cam, I can assure you. Vargas 39%, Antropova 22, just 3 points for Antropova before being replaced by Gonu. 9 so far for Vargas. Hazlakalac with the serve. Italy need 5 to take a 2-1 lead here in the EuroVolley semi-finals. Oro looks to try and turn the wrist back. It's a smart move, but it's just a little bit wide of the mark. Good serving from Kalac here. 27 years old. Come off the bench against Germany, second year at Fenerbahce, best blocker in the CEV Cup in 2015 and 16, but she's in to serve. Agonu now just hitting from the pipe, moving from that 10 position. Pietrini looks like she's coming back in. Silla's just found her pass in set 3, that's for sure. So difficult for middle blockers in games like these, so many attacking threats. Having to pay attention to a lot of things. Silla's been replaced from Antropova. Antropova's in to serve. Best server in the Challenge Cup where she was MVP as well. Pietrini coming back onto the front court for Parakiali. Antrovo, big serve from Ekaterina Antropova, the starting opposite here this evening. Yes, she's been subbed off, but she's coming off the bench and doing a marvellous job. It's a dream for Mazzanti to make these changes. Silla loves it. She's been brought off for the time being. A 10-point lead. They're 3 away. Antropova again. Another rocket. 95 kilometers an hour. And courtside, I can tell you that is heavy artillery. Pietrini off the block again. She has not put a foot wrong. And if Mazzanti did ask his team to really push here at the back end of set 3, he's got the answer he would have wanted. They're not giving Türkiye an inch here. Pietrini has been marvellous in her decision-making. Parakiali off the bench doing a fine job. Antropova. Well, coming off the bench and making 2 serves at this stage of the game is superb for Kate Antropova. Silla's back in to pass and play on the pipe. Agonu on the back court as well. Front court setter, 2 front court options for Oro. Maybe only 1. No front court options or no options at all for Oro. This is the chance for Turkey to maybe just try and put the pressure or gain some momentum over Italy here. Lübyen is everywhere, isn't she? Quick feet, gets across. And if not, Facino is there. Bump, jump, bump, set from Pietrini. but it's that wider set to the middle with the tip over the top that does the job for Türkiye. Again, trying to run that wider set to find the gap between the middle and the wing blockers, but Oro pinches in and Güneş tips it over to position 2. Service error. Set point to the Italians. 10 set points. Sahin replaced by Özbay. Lubin. Big serve again. Italy are serving so powerfully at the moment with consistency as well. Free ball, Lubin just dishes it out to Agon, who has to adjust his step. It's not quite there at the same tempo and the rhythm that she's used to. Lubin gets a pat on the back. Takes some responsibility there, Lubin. Says, my bad, but at the same time, in those moments, you'd rather have too many people taking responsibility than nobody at all. Karakut. Out the back from Karakut. Italy lead Türkiye by 2-1 here in the European Championship semi-final. A fantastic performance in set 3, bouncing back from the defeat in set 2, and Türkiye have it all to do here. Well, there's the confirmation of the score, 25-15. The Palais Douze here in Brussels. Set 4 coming up shortly. Türkiye need a reaction. The VNL gold medalists find themselves 2-1 down. Here are the stats: 2 blocks, more attacks, and they may have made more errors, Italy, but overall they found their pass. They served incredibly well. They really did. Lubin, Antropova, Agonu, all forcing the equation from at the service line for Türkiye. They haven't quite fired in set 3. And if they want to win their first ever European Championship, they have to get the ball rolling again in set 4. We have a look at some highlights from a very good performance from Italy in set 3. Well, the serve placement, 33% on that sort of front court receiver, you'd say, but 57% on that left side of middle, so it's clear that they're trying to hit that inside seam. Only 10% towards position 1. That might keep the middle out of the game, it'll keep the front court receiver under pressure when they're attacking, as we have a look a lot more down the guts, down the center from Italy. But really interesting stats to see. Talking of stats, Vargas set 13 times in that set for 4 points. Karakut 10 times for 1. That's interesting. Karakut only converted once from 10 sets. Pietrini 5 from 7 was the top return. There's Karakut, 39% overall. Gonu 65% overall with 15 points. Considering she didn't start the first 2 sets, That's impressive. Egonu starts again. Certainly gives Mazzanti somewhere to go when you can call him one of the greatest players that we've ever seen to come off the bench in these big matches. Lubian will get us underway. Well, set for one that Turkey really have to win, but the service pressure, 97 kilometers an hour from Lubian. It's an absolute rocket, straight through the seam between 1 and 6. And as soon as the receivers have to move for a ball that fast, it's almost impossible. If it's somewhere within their breadbasket, their platform, then yeah, they can get their arms out on the ball quick. But that is moving so fast. I assure you there's a fantastic commentary position here, just right on the bottom end of the camera there, the right side, where you really get a feel for the speed of the game, but also the speed of the serve as it whistles past. Karakut starting again. Santarelli isn't very happy, almost on the court there, wondering why the defense isn't picking up those balls. Oro going to Danesi. Gunesh is a little bit wide there. Karakut in that position, left side of the middle blocker, but to no avail. Danesi scores again. In system to the middle. Gunesh, perfect start for Turkey. They can try and run the middle, and in turn that's going to make Karakut's life easier the more that Turkey can use the middle. Well, they only used the middle 6 times, Turkey, in the previous set, so they'd like to get that up a little bit, I'm sure. Gunesh flips one. Great set from the middle. Who says middles can't set? Gunesh just puts it on a plate for Vargas. And Vargas can get a feed inside the ball, stay high and go off the hands. Off the net, speed. Oh, Pietrini has had an outstanding evening, but to hit sharp angle from a ball that's set off the net is very difficult. She manages to get the rub of the green underneath Erdem, I think, in the end. 14 points now, highest scoring game of the competition. Erdem, dig from Facino. What a play that is. Inside and low for Egonu, so the block is there, but the discipline for Italy is also there. They build through the rally, and you have to give that point to the defense of Italy for covering. Wasn't in the right spot for Egonu, that. She stayed aggressive, the defense and the cover were there. And my word, that is so good from Silla. Gets the left hand around the ball, it's tight, so she changes her attack arm. The blockers are out of position, and Erdem says, where did that come from? Silla says, let's go. More service pressure. Karakut struggling with the onslaught of serves. It's very difficult to play opposite for so long and then change to an outside. She's passed superbly throughout this competition, but this one was overpassed straight into the path of Egonu. Karakut again trying to force the ball in. It's slightly tight for Özbay, but it's really good enough. Baladin high off the hands. I think you can see here that the aggressive nature of the pass holds the middle Danesi for a little bit longer, but the speed of the play means that they can go off of Egonu in the end. Vargas needs to contribute. She does contribute. 108. Melissa Vargas serves up an absolute storm at a key time for Turkey. The crowd love it. Those are the moments that Turkey will gain confidence from. It's another big moment. Pietrini pass out the back, free ball. Where does this one go? On the slide attack off the hands, and you can just sense a changing of the guard once more here as the free ball goes in. Erdem is fast across the net. It's a beautiful set, and Silla's always chasing, so it's difficult to penetrate. I mean, it's difficult to penetrate with the outside hand. That's the time the hitter wants to go off of it. What a game. Mazzanti, Italy would know that there would be a storm coming after that third set performance. Can they weather it is the question. Vargas 11 points now. This is a very solid contribution behind the service line. We've seen it from Agonu, really pushing from the baseline throughout the evening. Vargas has hit some good serves, but hadn't really hit the seams. And the timeout brings an end to a great Vargas service run. Agonu still on the front court. Cansu is on the front court. Probably one of the most difficult rotations here for Turkey. They'd like to get off of it quickly. Vargas shut down. 3 up in the block, it's Lubian. And as you see here, they make the ball go straight with the pass. 3 in the block. Özbay has to run one way and then back again to set the ball. Vargas is shut down. Baladin. Vargas once more stays higher this time. Oro, slow ball. Block, back. Anything you can do, we can do better, say Turkey. Slow ball play gives the blocker time to set up. What a great first touch from Pietrini. Sat behind the block and then having to adjust. Trying to power through the block, Silla. We've got some tense moments coming, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching from, I assure you. Egoni. And these moments, they mean so much because it doesn't mean that Italy will lose this set, doesn't mean that Turkey will win it, but allowing, or not allowing Agonu to get some rhythm behind the service line certainly helps Turkey. Blocking! Paola Agonu helps Turkey. Karakut. She's had her fair share of problems in the past. She's been targeted, but she stays positive and she makes a big block. It's Gunesh in the end, but credit to Karakut as well for getting across. Game on. Has Agonu been silenced for the time being? Silla, it's a little bit tight this time. The pressure's certainly now with Italy. Karakut with 2 up, looks for the hands. No touch. Karakut knows it. Santarelli knows it. Hang on a moment. Erlin wants to challenge this, I think. I don't think there's anything to challenge. Erlin's off for the time being. I'm just right here by the Turkey bench, and she is animated as she leaves. Service out the back. 2 missed serves in a row for Italy. All these things certainly add up over a set and over a match. Cansu Özbay. 26-year-old best setter in the Champions League this year, serving. 4-time Champions League winner now underneath. Giovanni Guidetti, Agonu. Mazzanti wants it. Agonu, I think, knows that ball was out, her fingers pointing down. Maybe we go to a challenge. Maybe Italy are sure that one goes their way. Put your seatbelts on. This is already a turbulent ride, that's for sure. Ball in or out is the question. Özbay wants to get this game going once more. In for Agonu. Great challenge from Italy. What a great picture. Marina Lubian. Gunesh served the ball into the middle again. This is really positive for Turkey. Good news is for Italy, they got the serve in after 2 misses. Oro's beat them for speed. Trying to get across and help with the middle, but you've got to be so fast with your hands in the block. When you're moving, it becomes very difficult to do that. Front court receiver serve. Good pass, though, from Pietrini. Opens up a few options. They go to Agonu on the 10, but it's Italy that build through the rally. Agonu, second time. Karaka, what a bit of defense. Free ball. Third time for the Italians. And this time Pietrini off the hands. A game to remember so far for Pietrini. Vargas is high. Pietrini knows the only way to win that battle is not to hit steep. Vargas will eat everything. Great dig from Silla, who you have to say is everywhere. She throws herself at every ball possible. And more often than not, because of her attitude, she gets the rub of the green. What a dig. Shifting in towards the seam, but Vargas scores. Still got a huge part to play in this, Vargas. Pietrini passes that ball up straight from Gunesh. It's been rehearsed that from Turkey. Make them pass straight, overload the ball to position 4, and then put up a line block. Second time Italy side out. The most natural angle for the wing spiker to pass there is straight if you serve 5 to the inside hand. The middle blocker can shift across and put up a line block. It's very difficult for them after they've passed the wing spiker to put that ball away. Libyan did it second time of asking. Sorry. Turkey in control. Agonu back in business with the block. There's Pietrini beforehand that put the ball away, but back to this one. Agonu, a one-on-one situation, takes the angle. Baladin. Agonu's too big there. She can take a lot of the court and a lot of the angles away. Big play. Another guy with outstanding dig. Okay, Agonu starting to get herself back into this match. Outstanding. Turkey had the momentum, but it's just been shifted back. A block from Agonu, a kill from Agonu, and Italy have got control of set number 4 here in Brussels. The fans have have been outstanding here with the Netherlands up next against Serbia. Carrick at the target, back out after the timeout. Agoni's got to hit this one on the turn. Good blocking from Turkey. It was a good swing from Agoni. It was a difficult play for her. Was there a touch? No. Turkey take the point eventually. And Agoni's so quick with the feet. It's incredibly impressive how she can find the ball. Pietrini off Parakiali, who was a real nuisance coming onto the backcourt in the last set. Made a couple of outstanding defenses. Agonu stays high once more. It's very good from Agonu, just knows her percentages. She knows how high she is. She can go over the top of any block. Fasino has been a thorn in the side of Turkey as well this evening. And it's another block. Italy are starting to run away with this one. Well, Turkey had to play for bronze 2 years ago, beating the Netherlands. And after their victory in VNL, you really thought that this was going to be their year, but they're running out of time with an ace from Anna Danesi. Santarelli takes a timeout. Italy have turned this one around. Wow from Italy. When they really turn it on, it's special. And after the 3-0 victories in VNL, Italy are now favourites to get one back on Turkey. Eda Erdem, 8 points to Daisy 9. That's a good comparison in the middle. The middle's such a key component of this game. 4 world-class middles at our disposal this evening. And that's Vargas through the pipe. Lets a long look linger towards the Italians and says, let's go. I think Danesi knew that ball was heading her way. Gosh, she made a really good late step, didn't she? Got an arm out to it. Been incredibly impressive, Agonu, this evening, for multiple reasons. Stays high. Chance for Karakurt. Agonu is there. What a cover. That one is from Özgay, and Karakurt is put down. It's another one that goes Italy's way. The first cover was exemplary, but that set again, 2 sets for me, too tight when you have Paola Agonu blocking in your face. Agoni serving to position 1. It's a really good off-speed serve, and that's making life very difficult for the setter to get the ball to Karakurt, and if it does, it might just be outside of the hitting window. But Shahin, very, very solid this evening. Turkey need a block. They make a block. Fasino is there. Parakiali is there as well. Oh! Turkey! Just when you start to maybe ride them off, they dig even deeper. Bodies on the floor from Italy the first time. But I don't think Fasino and Parakiali were expecting to have to do it again. But there's no way Parakiali could do it again. She was in the stands. These are huge moments for the passing unit. Silla, Parakiali and Facino. And they are reprieved, as Kalac serves into the net this time. She played more in this game than we've seen previously, Kalac. Parakiali brought off once again, replaced Pietrini. Back onto the front court. 3-point game. They're 6 away here, Italy, for making another final. But that's more like it. Turkey are growing here. So looking down the barrel of a defeat. But Vargas is bringing the heat through too. Interesting to watch the body language here from Turkey. They're on the hunt. Italy are going to have to stay very strong. Agonu does stay very high and very, very strong. But they still have to find 5 more. Vargas. Well, she's been slightly subdued until now. Now we have a real game on our hands. The Turkish fans are jumping up and down as Vargas hits fast through the split in the block, hits the seam. That's 3 in a row for Vargas. She's going to get a lot more of the ball here through these later stages. Karakut needs to find a point here. Might be a challenge. Santarelli does go to the challenge system. This would be the perfect timing for a challenge to go the way of Turkey. Not one's gone their way so far this evening. In or out? Oh, it's in! Game changer! Game changer! It's the first challenge that's gone the way of Turkey all evening. Karakut with the ace. The crowd respond on their feet. Turkey have a chance. A big chance. Karakut with the serve, Pietrini. Agonu. It's the wrong side of the sideline. No challenging that one for Italy or Agonu. And it's the 2-time Champions League winner, the 2-time Club World Champion, Ebru Karakut, who's serving Turkey back into this game. They looked buried 5 minutes ago. Mizanti's turn to try and bring some calm. The thing is with Turkey, when they do have the wind in their sails, they're a difficult nut to crack. Has the timeout stopped the flow of the service run of Karakut? We're about to see Agonu on the backcourt, Danesi on the front, Pietrini been superb this evening. Would love a side out here, Italy. Karakut serving. It's a good serve. Passes perfect though. Agonu, of course it goes to Agonu. Misses once, does not miss twice in a row. Paola Agonu. Full marks to Silla, protecting that seam and getting the ball in. Front court receiver, Baladin. Pass is very tight, but it actually works in the favour. It gets a free net, but it's Agonu now. Well, two powerful attacks in a row does set up that soft attack, but again, Türkiye there! My word! Vargas! With maybe the steepest bounce we've ever seen. Bosh! Well, we said that Vargas was starting to fire up, didn't we? And with that, the pass of Silla is slightly vulnerable, and Turkey pull ahead here. And my words, the fans are going berserk. Eda Erdem. It's Güneş with the serve. Pietrini, high. This is a different Turkey. And it's just a little bit too much emotion there for Eda Erdem. A bit quick with the hands on the ball. This is incredible. Pietrini serving. Agonu's on the front court at position 3. Vargas is on the front court. Both teams, 3 front court spikers. You can hear that the Turkish fans here in Brussels are trying to put Pietrini under pressure before she's even served. Vargas again. Italy battle to keep the ball alive. It's back into the reverse. Vargas, is it through? The block of Danesi. Yes is the answer. She has come into this game, Melissa Vargas. And she's taking over. You just felt, as soon as this game was getting away from Turkey, Vargas stepped her level up. And it started with a serve. It's another big serve. Melissa Vargas. Take a bow. Under pressure. In the big moments, she finds a baseline ace. Never in doubt. It's been an interesting game, this. We're seeing the best of Melissa Vargas at the moment. Set point, Türkiye, when they were down and out 10 minutes ago, talking about where it had gone wrong, they've now got it right. Silla, it's going to be a difficult ball to set this for Oro. She does an incredible job of it. But there's been a roofed out Italy. What a comeback from Türkiye. And we go to a 5th set. Or do we? We have a challenge. Silla's initial reaction is that she pointed down to the floor, and that was the message to me to say she thought that ball was in. We're going to have a challenge anyway. Türkiye is sure this is going their way. I think Silla thinks it was in, but let's see anyway. More drama. The ball clearly in. Turkey looking for their first ever European Championship. It looked like their dreams had been done, but they still have a huge chance now going into the 5th set to qualify for the final on Sunday. Vargas can take a lot of credit. (25-22). Tie break set to 15. Four blocks each, 3 aces for Türkiye. Probably the biggest ace, that one from Vargas, who'd been a lot quieter in this game than we've just witnessed. If you've just switched on in the last half an hour, That was a different Melissa Vargas than we saw in the first 3 sets. 5 errors to 4. What do we have now? Because do you change it if you're Mazzanti? Do you bring Antropova back on? Only 6 middle attacks. A lot more to the pins. Vargas got a lot more ball. Remember, she only got 3 balls in set 3. So, sorry, 13 in set 3, 3 in set 2. She's getting more and more of the ball. Karakut was put under some pressure with the reception. Hasn't quite got as much as we've seen. Baladin's done a superb job as we wait for the match stats and the points to come to the commentary table here. As yeah, a lot of ball going to the right side to Paola Egonu, who didn't start this game. Antropova got that nod into the first 6, as she has done the whole competition, but Egonu has been in since then. And let's see if Egonu keeps her place in the next set. We know fair well that Vargas will keep her spot. Wow. Thrills and spills here at EuroVolley. And we still have another game coming your way later on as Serbia take on the Netherlands. What should be another incredible encounter. Nine points for Vargas in set 4. 7 attacks from 14. 2 points with the serve. Egonu, 6 points from 15 attacks. Wasn't quite the same as we saw previously, as we see the two compared. 4 blocks for Egonu though. Don't underestimate the power of that. Egonu previously was scoring at a much higher rate. 20% more effective spiking wise in set 3. Where Vargas was operating at 31% attacking wise in set 3. So games change in the blink of an eye. Vargas starting, Gunesh is starting as well. And Erlem is really fired up out there. Cansu Özbay is back in. First 6 then for Turkey. Egonu keeps her place. And then apart from that, it's exactly the same 6 for Mazzanti as well. Antropova is on the bench. It's a race to 15 for a spot in the European Championship final. And Karakut again manages to turn the upper body and hammer into the angle. Away from the block of Lubyan. Playing so fast, pushing the limits here, Karakut, to try and turn that ball that she loses her balance on the floor. Nervous times, but you feel that Turkey have got the crowd behind them here. And we said that there was going to be a storm for Mazzanti. This is a big storm at the moment for him and his side. Alessia Oro, European champion 2 years ago, VNL champion last year, 2-time CEV Cup winner. Serving onto Baladin. Vargas gets the ball again. Egonu's trying to get out to be a threat to be reckoned with. What a touch, Pietrini! But I think the ball hit the net outside of the antenna. And again, the setting from Italy, a little bit tight there for me in those moments that bring the block and Vargas right back into the game. Gunesh. Got so much experience for somebody still so young, Zara Gunesh. Only 5 points v Poland, but she's there tonight. Egonu finds the floor. Her former club coach at Amoco, Santarelli, says, good swing, Paola, you can have that one. Gunesh at position 5, the best middle blocker in VNL in the Club World Championships last year. Pietrini serving on to Karakat gets the ball in, but it's forced the outside to Baladin. This time it's tight from Turkey. It gives the defense a chance. Pietrini sets the ball off this time, and Silla can only continue play. Width and speed. Pietrini is there again. Oro tries to force the ball towards Agonu. She's desperate to get Agonu into the game, and sometimes it means that you try and force a set that isn't there. Block out of Silla. It goes Turkey's way. Interesting plays from both sides there. Oro really did try and force the ball to Agonu. In turn, it meant that Turkey had a very comfortable situation where Vargas, even though almost getting blocked, could still score. Pietrini, perfect pass from the left-hand seam of the court. Nazi is on time. They'll take that, Italy, feeding the middle early on. Once again, very difficult to use Agonu there, but also the pass is in a relatively good position to use the middle. Danesi has been as effective as ever. Superb player, Danesi. And listen to the fans pushing Turkey towards the finish line here. Vargas popping up in the pipe. Marianne Lubian knew it was coming her way. Service now incoming from Baladin to Silla. Ball's not quite in the right spot again for Silla. She has to go with the lefty. Karakat. Silla does an outrageous job to spike and get back and play defense. And then she crushes one into the angle. The Silla show. Continuation tip with the set not quite being there. The defense was incredible. And then the second time of asking, hammer into the angle. Agonu hasn't quite found her serving as we saw in sets 3 and 1. That's outstanding from Vargas. She's just found a ripper of an angle through the pipe. High level this, big serving from Agonu. Great setting from Shahi, and then in turn, turning it away from the body through the pipe. Libyan is big, but she's not going to get near that one at that speed. Short on Silla. Agonu. My word, the level here is going through the roof. Line is open. Agonu will take it if the set's wide enough. The set was certainly wide enough. Fast pass this time. Turkey under a little bit of pressure. No, Silla is there again, but it's out the back. Vargas is delivering here. Agonu, Silla, Agonu. The big time players are coming in clutch. Three in the pass. Facino pushes it a little bit too narrow towards the pin. Lubian's forced into the game, but she can't convert. Tip this time from Vargas. She's hammered every single one till then. Free ball. Vargas a bit quicker with the arm this time, but Silla is there. Agonu off a 50% jump. Hammers the angle. And Vargas 3 in a row. Turns the arm off the block. And Vargas ends a phenomenal rally and goes straight to the Turkish fans. First year playing for this remarkable volleyball team. She's doing an outstanding job. 2 points. Oro goes to Pietrini. And the set's too tight. Pietrini turns straight to Oro, claps the hands. Frustration now for Italy. Santarelli has kept this team alive through difficult moments, and they're coming out the other side. clear lead in set 4 for Italy. Now they really have it all to do. And Melissa Vargas has been the spearhead of this comeback from Türkiye. Timeout straight away from Mazzanti. Big moments, the messages that Mazzanti relays will be key to this Italian comeback. Well, now we're saying it's Italian comeback, it's a Turkish comeback for sure. 54%, 44 for Vargas, and I mean, I don't think she's missed a swing for about 30 minutes, so shows where the percentages were beforehand. Probably too low. Service to Silla. Great pass from Silla. This time Agonu through the pipe. No touch off the block. They're going to challenge it. Vargas is absolutely certain there's no touch. The Turkish blockers are talking and they're sure there's no touch. And after the 2-3-0 victories in Vienna, it was against maybe 6 of this squad. It is 6 of this squad. No Agonu, Silla was on the bench. But this game, it's against their full force. Something is certainly cooking in Türkiye at the moment underneath Santarelli, but can they hold on to what would be quite the incredible victory? The enormity of this challenge. No touch. Double subs coming in. And that's Antropova coming back in with Abozio for Alessia Oro and Paola Agonu. 3 front court attackers, 3 blockers is what Mazzanti's after here to try and squeeze this 4-point game. Service. Bozio goes straight to Antropova. She's shut down. The Turkish fans erupt again. And the Palais Deuce is bouncing here. Gunesh celebrating. Italy are stuck deep, deep, deep down a hole. It's been dug by Santarelli. Oro comes back in, I think with Agonu, if she can get there in time. Antropova brought out after being blocked out previously, so Mazzanti saying, okay, we'll slow the game down a bit more. We'll have Agonu as a backcourt spiker. It means that Oro's back blocking, but they need a side out hit. Fasino. And there's an error from Fasino. We've not seen an error from her all evening long. Italy are looking towards the bronze medal match here. The service pressure is too much to handle. Türkiye. Elif Şahin is on a dream service run here. Big serve towards Silla. Italy just haven't got an answer. Half an hour or so ago, it looked like everything was going their way, but then Vargas started to lead by scoring. Everybody else followed, and now they've got a 6-point lead in a race to 15. Make that 7. Karakut. The Turkish fans are going bonkers here as Karakut rips one away from the body. It's a huge, huge angle. Steep but fast. And that's why she's playing out on the left side. She can hit those angles. And Italy have just capitulated here. A few new faces in the first 6 compared to EuroVolley 2 years ago. No Kiri Keller, no Di Gennaro. First European Championships for Vargas. She's flourishing. 2 for Turkey for quite the incredible comeback. Agonu off the hands. But she's gone over the attack line as a backcourt spiker. And that sums up Italy's 5th set here. What an evening for Santarelli. His first EuroVolley Final 4. Turkey serving for the match, but into the net this time. Ronja Lubin serving for Italy. Big serve. Second match point for Turkey. It's going to be a free ball. To the outside, Pietrini, Doug. This is Turkey's chance. They built to this moment for a place in the final. It's off the block of Dinesi and out of bounds. And after winning the Volleyball Nations League, Turkey will be playing in the EuroVolley final here in Brussels on Sunday. It's a marvellous, marvellous comeback. A comeback of dreams for Daniele Santarelli in his first Final Four. He beats his native Italy to take Turkey through to the final, where they will compete for their first ever European Championship. They've beaten the reigning champions, who had a clear lead in set 4, but the comeback was sensational. Melissa Vargas was set more and more. She got hotter and hotter into the game, and this is how it finished. Off the block of Dinesi, Karakut was there in the big moments, and Turkey can really celebrate now, but they still have one more game to play. A moment to savour for a serial winner in Santarelli. He led Serbia to the World Championship last year. And for Mazzanti, it's disappointment as he tries to regalvanise his team for Sunday. Vargas, superb. A lot of character shown by Turkey. 25-22 in what was a true roller coaster ride here in Brussels. 8 aces to 3. More blocks for Turkey, though. More attacks as well. Just 4 more errors. There really wasn't much between them. The level of this game, absolutely sensational. Turkey will play the winner of Serbia and the Netherlands. Will it be a Giovanni Guidetti derby in the final if Serbia beat the Netherlands later on, as we have a look at some highlights of a game that we will remember for some time. The fans enjoying every moment of this. A special game with some special players. Melissa Vargas, 26 points in the end. Ogonu, 25. 17 for Pietrini. 12 for Gunesh and 15 for Karakut. Bronze 2 years ago for Turkey. Karakut goes to the fans who just adore her, as Turkey make the final of EuroVolley. They'll play the winner of Serbia and the Netherlands, a repeat of the 2017 final that starts at 8 p.m. local time. Wow, is all I have to say after witnessing that great matchup. As we wait to hear from, I think, Zara Gunesh courtside in just a moment. A delighted Zara Gunesh and the crowd responding to her. That's a performance they will remember forever. Turkey have come back from 2-1 down to defeat the Italians. Turkey have never won a European Championship. Is this their best chance for Miriam Silla, Paola Ogonu? The evening ends in disappointment. They will play for bronze. And the celebrations can begin, but